Friday. I'm back. It's been about 2 weeks since I've done a video, and so meanwhile, my bandsaw, my workhorse of my shop, the belt broke on it. So I had to order a belt. Actually, I ordered 2 belts just in case. From Laguna. Well, Laguna is not like ordering from Amazon. It isn't like overnight. So he said it might get shipped out on Friday, so, if they don't start competing with Amazon, they might find it. But the problem is I can't find that belt on Amazon or anywhere else. I just couldn't find it. So I had to go right to Laguna. And so I ordered 2 of them. It's the drive belt, the main drive belt from the motor to that turns the blade, right? So I'm not sure why they put that inside the cabinet with all the junk that you're cutting, causing it to, it just caused problems. Actually, it ended up, stuff got into between the belt and the wheel, and it built up, and it threw the belt off and broke the belt. I'm not sure why they did that. Why it's even inside there like that. It doesn't have to be. But anyway, it is what it is. So meanwhile, I'm not doing a segmented, which I love doing segmented. But today we're going to do this big chunk of oak, Florida live oak, and I went ahead and cut the corners off and stuff. It's been sitting around since last October, drying, so it should be dry enough. Yeah, it is or isn't. We're still going to turn it. So, all right. So let's get started. All right. So we're gonna place this woodworm screw right inside the chuck here. And what I'm going to do is turn it on very slow, as slow as I can get it. And let me get some gloves on. I like wearing gloves for this part. Where my other gloves go? What's that? Oh, here it is. Got it. You know me. I'm never prepared to do any recording. I just start recording. I'm not one to put much thought in things. I just jump in. Gets me in trouble often. Okay. You gotta turn down about 350, 320. All right. Here we go. I don't know if you can see it, but you know what I'm doing. There we go. Then I stop it. Then I'm going to lock it, and I'm going to tighten it up. Okay? That's how easy that is. What I like about this woodworm screw is it's quick. You don't have to drill no holes and do all that. Meanwhile, it's safe. It really is, because all I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up my tailstock. Crap! I got the camera in a bad spot. Here we go. Bring up the tailstock. Now, let's see what I should do here. I'm thinking. Sorry. I'm going to turn the outside first and try to get some balance of this thing. I need to move this camera real quick. Now, before I really get started, I just wanted to say that I like to start show everything I do from the beginning, and I didn't do that because I didn't have a bandsaw to cut this round and get it perfect. I had to take it out to the table saw and just chunk off the ends. That's all I've really done so far, and prepared it to put it on the chuck. But other than that, we're starting from scratch of getting all this done. If you have any questions, let me know. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and then you can join the club here. There, too close. There we go. All right, let's get started. Turn it up a little bit. There we go. Alrighty, we're getting a start. It's very dry. You know, last October I prepared it and put it in my warm box, but I didn't expect it to be this dry. It's very dry, and there's some cracking, but we'll deal with that later. All right, let me. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna put the camera where I'm standing, and I'm gonna stand where the camera's at. So. And of course, my shop is already a mess. Stuff, shavings everywhere. I had it clean for a day. All right, here we go. Let me get this right here. Watch that bottom. There we go. I want to cut from this side here. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to straighten up the bottom. Then I'll have to cut more of an angle over here. Then I can turn up the speed. That's what I really want to do, is get this going humming. All right. So let me shut you down a second. All right, let's get this thing straightened up so we can get something cutting done. Well, about 600, about 700 RPM right now. Now we can turn it up. Let's turn it about 9. Let's go with 1,000. That's really humming for a piece of wood this size. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to first stop it. I want to change the direction of my tool rest so that I can cut more of an angle. There we go. Well, there we go. There we go. Now let's get it looking like a bowl. Right now it looks like a, I don't know, a cork. I'll tell you, 4 live yoke, some of the dirtiest wood I ever turned, but it comes out beautiful every time. Always get a good pattern out of it. See right here, you can see I have a lot of cracks. I'm just gonna have to live with them because I can't cut them or turn them away, I don't think. But what I do want to do is I do want to make it about 1 inch to 1.5 inches cut the diameter down so I can have more sides. So I'm going to have to do that. And I do that by, I'm not going to move the camera. I'm just going to quickly cut it down on the sides. So sorry about that. You're not going to see much. Maybe go get a cup of coffee. I had too much stuff up here with the lathe. I should have got rid of it before. See, I'm a bolt turner, okay? But I've been practicing on the spindle turning. I'm getting there, slow but sure. But anyway, anything worth doing, you got to practice doing it. I got to move some things out of the way real quick. Anyway, I just want to say thank you for watching my videos and sticking with me and, you know, commenting. Comments are important. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you're thinking. It helps me do what I do. It helps me change up what I'm doing or continue doing what I'm doing. So anyway, just thank you for doing that. I need to make a mark for tenon. That's better. All right. Headed up to 1200. Man, I was in a hurry, I guess. All right, see what it looks like. That's pretty good. This bark is something else. It is thick and heavy. I'm not sure what kind of oak it is, but it's different than what I'm used to turning, but it's got lots of color in it, but a lot of cracks, so it is what it is. Just because it has cracks doesn't mean I don't use it. It just means it has cracks. I continue doing what I'm doing. All right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to cut it so that we can put a Well, Jeffrey. Ouch. I'm going to have to, shoot, I'm going to have to use a different chuck now, a smaller chuck. Okay, darn it. Worst part about that is it scares the crap right out of you. You'll have that. I mean, not normal. It's not normal to have that, but oh well. See if I can rescue this. Maybe. I don't know if I'm going to be able to rescue that. See, this all gets turned away anyway. But I'm wondering if it can still hold the bowl so I can turn the inside. Let me do something. Learn it. That's better. Well, we'll see if it fits the chuck. If it don't fit the chuck, well, I'm in trouble. Not really. I'll make something else work. I think this is what wood turning generally is. It's like any kind of woodworking. It doesn't always go perfect, and so what you do when you have any kind of problem, you just deal with it. You just find solutions. Oh yeah, it's gonna fit. All right, so let me pull that woodworm screw out of there. Normally when that happens like that, I just take a pair of channel locks and turn it out. Would have liked to take it off by hand, but yeah, always a second way of doing everything. The good point, I should say, the good part about not being a professional wood turner is you're not expected to be a professional wood turner. You're not expected to be perfect all the time. If you start calling yourself a pro or professional, then everyone expects you to behave like one. So, all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start turning the inside. another inch in. Kind of inch our way in here. I think the thickness is there. Yes, we're there on the thickness. Perfect. And that bark is something else. Heavy duty stuff. All right, so I'm gonna go a little deeper, and then we'll start rounding the bottom here pretty soon. Actually, I gotta lower this tool rest a little bit. Alright, so let me check it. We might have to just get to where we got to use a scraper, get rid of the lines. Yeah, that's where we're at. So we'll use a scraper roll this part. And love the scraper, D-Way Tools. I'm not doing a commercial because I'm not even making any money, but I like these tools. I like Thompson Gouges, and I like these D-Way tools. If you're interested, check them out. Okay. Now all we gotta do is sand, and I'll come back and we will oil it up and put the medallion in the bottom, and we'll be all done. All right, to kind of bring you up to speed of what I'm doing, I sanded the bowl, but then what I did is I found all kinds of small minor cracks, little cracks everywhere. So I decided to take this product I have. Where is it? It's a black flexible CA glue, okay? Works very well with these kinds of things because you put it in the cracks and they won't, it's flexible, it stays flexible as the wood moves, okay? So I've actually, if you can see, I've put it over the cracks. Let me get this light, I'm sorry. You can see I've filled in these cracks, and now I'm getting ready to sand over them. And you won't barely notice it because it'll blend in with the wood. You'll see that I've done some of it around the edge where the bark is, okay? I wanted to keep the bark, so I started going, but I learned I better put it everywhere to keep that bark, so that's what I've done. And so that's where I'm at. I'm going to finish sanding it, and then I'll come back. I got to remove the bottom, and then we'll put the medallion in. Okay. All right, now it's time to remove the tin from the bottom. The way I do that is That's better, I think. All right, get up on here. Okay. That should get it in pretty good shape. Now what I gotta do is I gotta go outside on my, I'm gonna have to scrape this some more. I have to go outside on my drill press and drill this out. I have it, my shop is mostly out on the patio. I just have my wood lathe inside and my bandsaw inside. But everything else is out on a deck, a covered deck. This place is nice most of the year except for summer. But all right, so but I'll drill that out and I'll come back. Okay. All right, I'm back and I got the bowl. I thought I was finished sanding. I think I told you already that I finished sanding it. Well, I started looking at it and finding things that needed done to it, and I started putting this black CA glue, and I told you about it earlier, and it's a flexible black CA glue. And I kept finding these little cracks places. Now, you might not be able to see them, but there's little spots where you'll see little black lines. Little cracks everywhere, and I didn't want them opening up to something worse. You see all the lines there? Okay. So I've got them all sanded, and so I think now all we got to do is put the oil on it. Okay, and I've got this Mahoney's oil here. That's what we're gonna do. All right, everything's down. I already got the medallion on there. It's been a couple days. It's been like 4 days since the last time I recorded for this bowl, because I haven't been back in my shop really. I went and got a new saw I bought off Marketplace, a stop saw. I got a good deal on, and I went and got that. But other tools that I went and bought, and this and that, and then we've been going to IKEA. So I've been very busy doing different things other than what I want to be doing. Okay. Well, I'm back and to finish this bowl. All right. So let me get the oil on, and we'll do that. It's one other thing I been doing. My bandsaw broke. The drive belt broke, and that's been keeping me busy. Anyway, I'll quit whining about my life problems. Meanwhile, I didn't really point out. Look at the bark on this. Heavy, thick bark. I like that bark. It stayed on for the most part. I did some CA work, touch up around there to guarantee it stayed on. But I really like how that turned out. Also, if you look at the pattern in this wood, it's just amazing to me. I don't know. I just like how it looks. It's just beautiful. Anyway, I really like this Florida live oak, although it can drive me crazy at times. It can be really hard when it's dry. I mean, real hard. And there's other woods that do that too. But look what we got now. We put a little oil on it. Mahoney's walnut oil. Look what we got. Look at that. Okay. I gotta watch what I'm doing with the rag, because I'm gonna mess this thing up. Okay. Now with this oil, what I do 'Cause I buy it by the gallon. I really like it. It's very food safe. It's very, I don't like thick finishes on wood, and this does a very nice job. As long as you got it sanded well, it comes out beautiful. And pretty much that's all you do for about an hour. I'll just look for dry spots and add a little bit more here and there until pretty much it's all been saturated with the oil, right? And not hard at all to apply and use. I think I've talked about this before, but maybe it's your first time here. And you're just now hearing it from me. And you can get it on Amazon, or I go right to the company and buy it. I buy it by the gallon, but you can buy it by 16 ounces or whatever you want to buy it from. What I was trying to do is get this stuff in like 4-ounce containers so I could ship it with people when they buy a bowl, and I could just give them the oil. They'd have it available right away to, you know, do touch-ups on their bowl. But so far I haven't been able to pull that off. I talked to them about it and they didn't like the idea. So anyway, I'll keep working on that. Maybe I'll just go find some containers and little tiny bottles and do it myself, you know. Because I just like that idea that people have it available right away. Because if you use these bowls, you're going to want to keep them conditioned, you know. And you know, you don't put them in soap and water. You don't put them in anything like that, a dishwasher. You don't, when you do your dishes, you know, you throw them in a sink full of water. You don't do that with this, or with these bowls. You just kind of damp, soapy damp cloth, wipe the gum out of it, the crap out of it, and then you quickly rinse it and then dry it. And because you don't want too much water on it too long. So I'm gonna do something here that just oil all over the place, get it down in this bark. I want that bark to be protected. Now someone may not use this for food. If you did, it could be like potato chips on poker night or something, right? But I personally wouldn't do that. I would use it as something, as a gift, or as a you know, to put on a shelf and say, "Ooh, that's pretty. Look at my pretty bowl." So anyway, all right, we're getting there. Get this all wiped down. All right, nice. Oil everywhere. Well, you know what? I'm gonna just be about done here. All right, let me do this real quick. I just want to say thank you very, very much for watching my videos. Thank you for watching all the way through and subscribing to my videos. My channel's slowly growing, but it's growing because of you, and I really appreciate that. I'm no pro, as you can tell. I'm doing my best to make bowls, and I'm learning as I go. I'm actually learning how to do wood turning, regular wood turning, you know, a spindle wood turning. And that's kind of tricky. That's something to learn. A lot of people start out learning that. Me, I started out learning how to do bowls. So, but anyway, I just want to say thank you, really. And so with that, I'd like to say God bless and have a great day.